Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam. How are you?
I'm good, alhamdulillah. आप सुनाइए.
Yeah. Alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah. How is my new look without the glasses?
Looking good. Mashallah, unlike me, who's, I think because and unfortunately sleep late and also I sit a lot on laptop, my dark circles are seen a lot. For you, mashallah, you don't have them, so that's really good. Maintain your habits, whatever you're doing.
So I think that could be one of two things. That could say that I'm not working that hard or I'm not sleeping late. What
No, no,
what are you
I'm
insinuating here?
I'm not, I'll be honest, I'm not, I can work on times, most definitely. If you remember, our parents always said this to us, my parents especially. Okay. And I did this in 10th standard board exam के टाइम पे सुबह फजर के बाद से पढ़ लेते बैठ गए
Right.
माइंड फ्रेश रहता वो स्कूल के टाइम था कॉलेज के टाइम भी ओके था लेकिन अब वर्क लाइफ में आने के बाद से नो मैटर हाउ मच आई ट्राई रात में लेट हो जाता एंड देन सुबह में फजर के बाद जगना बोले तो नहीं आता नींद लग जाए
Right, right.
तो बेसिकली इंस्टेड ऑफ स्लीपिंग
बिल्कुल.
एट नाइट आई एम स्लीपिंग इन मॉर्निंग समझ लो तो आई डेफिनेटली इट्स अ बैड हैबिट आई शुड चेंज इट आई एम वर्किंग ऑन इट
Right.
सो इफ योर schedule is good and I think that's maybe we mentioned this कि वहाँ कनाडा यूएस में टाइमिंग थोड़ी नेचुरली सेट हो जाती है अच्छे से compared to India, compared to
Mm.
Hyderabad, especially. Like, at night you get to bed early and then you wake up early. Because if you sleep early, naturally you will wake up early.
All
So,
right. यहाँ पे it has to be like that because यहाँ पे you don't have शादी वलीमे and all that stuff. So
yeah.
you got to be like that. If you're not like that, then it doesn't make sense. You living here, right? You should have some kind of routine. If not, best place is Hyderabad. Chill out, do what you want to do. So, uh, so yeah, coming back to our topic, I guess we're just continuing from yesterday regarding the housing uh, issues which we have faced in or tenant issues or landlord issues in Hyderabad or now I was talking about here in Canada. So
Right.
I'd like to add a bit more before we
Sure.
dive into another one. So as I mentioned, tenants have a lot of rights here. They have a lot of uh, I think advantages. But as I mentioned, some people, someone who wants to create a lot of issues, they take undue advantages of that as well. Because there are a lot of cases here which
Mm.
get highlighted, and due to which landlords are very wary of, uh, blindly trusting or giving anybody their houses on rent. They do a lot of background checks uh, before, giving the house on rent. Except, there are some situations where the person, from any social circle or from any mutual friend. That is a
Right.
different case, obviously. But otherwise, there are a lot of checks, and this has happened just, I think post-COVID because of these issues that have come up. They have, bad tenants have started to take advantage of the loopholes in the uh, landlord and tenant board system. It is called LTB, I guess here. Any issues you have, you just go and you report it to the landlord tenant board, and then if you are a tenant, you basically don't pay rent from there on, I guess. I haven't checked it in detail, but that's what I guess what I have read is till the issue is then solved, the rent keeps on piling up and the landlord doesn't get it. So, because I have experienced both as a landlord in India and here as a tenant, so I think from both sides rather than just thinking from a tenant based. So I'll think, it's giving undue pressure to a landlord. If he is being straight, if he is being good, then
Mm.
you just need to be, follow what you are supposed to, and whatever agreement is there with you.
Okay.
So, but obviously, there are good people and bad people everywhere, and they try to take advantage. Obviously, the board, the landlord and tenant board is a very good thing here, because
Mhm.
there are some landlords who are not following the agreements as well. So it's good. It is not something that is giving undue advantage to anybody. It has to be there. It has to be there to
Right.
solve the issues. But as I mentioned, some people are, just using it to as a loophole and trying to create problems for others. So that's not a good thing, right? Without any issues, just creating problems, losing the other person losing the peace of mind, you yourself wasting your time. So, but yeah, that is happening here in Canada a lot. And that's the reason they are very, 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 whenever you go for checking out a house or anything, hundreds of questions are being asked, like, where do you work? What is your salary? And, what, uh, you have to get, I think, recommendations from your previous, where you used to stay.
Landlord. Yeah.
Yeah, landlord. So everything, a lot of requirements have come up in the recent times. Earlier, I heard from the people who have been living here. They said earlier it wasn't like that, because people used to trust each other a lot more, and everything was pretty simple. But now everything is changing. So yeah, I think humans need to work on themselves.
Yeah, all of us need one thing or the other for sure. Ah, I
All
say I
right.
wanted to ask, this is your second home, is it, in Canada? Or third?
Yes, yes. Second.
Second. So I think when you changed, when your parents came, you're still living in that same house.
Right. I used to stay in a basement.
Uh-huh.
So basically, people, whoever is a newcomer, they obviously don't want to spend a lot of money at the beginning. They just want to get used to the place. They want to understand how a living is, and especially when you're coming along with family, you cannot just uh, jump from places to
Yeah,
places. If you're a bachelor,
true.
you can do that. You can jump around with one bag and go around. Like I remember, I used to in
Chicago.
Chicago. So it was fun as well, and you could do that. You could afford that because there's nobody coming along with you, right? So, but now obviously you have a responsibility, and which place is best for you and your family. You have to think in that ways.
True.
So yeah, as I mentioned earlier, I had a chance to stay. It was a obviously a Canadian Pakistani guy. He used
Yeah.
to stay upstairs. He had a very good house, and the basement was a new one. It was a brand new basement that he had made. So it was pretty good and suitable for us. So we had taken that, and we had a good 1 year. We got settled down. So
Okay.
from there, then when the next year, when I asked my parents to come. So that's the time I had to obviously take a bigger place, and then I
Right.
moved.
And at that time, I believe you had 1 year of kind of credit score or background, so I think it was easier.
Yes, it was easier, and actually, I actually got through some connections
Oh, yeah.
the other place, so it wasn't required that much of. It wasn't much of an issue. Uh, because yeah, as I mentioned earlier, if you get a place through connections, then you don't have that many requirements. But if you're going as a new person, then you have to fulfill a lot more requirements for
Absolutely.
the person or the landlord to trust you.
Absolutely. I think we should, in India, I'm not sure about India, at least Hyderabad mein to, as a kind of universal, there isn't any board, I think, right, that takes care of tenant and landlord
I
situation,
haven't heard of it.
right?
No. Only if you have an issue, you could just go to court. That's civil
Yeah,
matter.
yes. Only larger developments like big apartment buildings or gated developments, they will have a board and they will have like a precedent and everything. But otherwise,
Yes.
generally, citywide, I don't think there is any particular board that takes care of this. We need to search about it once.
Right. Even the ones you are mentioning, that's an association in a building community.
Yes.
Even then, if a person, if not, if the person, whoever is the complainant or the whoever is the, person on which the complaint is, if they're not satisfied with it, they can obviously go to civil court and go take the matter there, because
For
that's
sure.
the only authority in India, or especially in Hyderabad, that specifically there is no specific board, as you mentioned.
Right.
So that has the power to do that. You know,
Yes.
only the court can do in India. But here, the L&T board, the landlord and tenant board, they have a lot of power to solve the issues or to look
Hmm.
into the issues, and what needs to be done. So people always, if they have an issue, they directly go to them rather than any other authority.
True, true. Yeah. So,
Yes, you mentioned you had some questions you wanted to discuss that regarding Airbnb, right?
yes, so we were getting into that. So tell me about your experience first about Airbnb. When did you start? And you gave a brief, but again, एक बार से फिर से if you can just go over it, and then I'll ask you
Right.
about my situation, and we can discuss that.
Right, absolutely. Airbnb was fun to handle because I remember I had heard about Airbnb. I never stayed in an Airbnb.
Mm.
So even in the US when I was there, I did not get a chance to stay in an Airbnb. We used to travel. We used to take a hotel because we used to travel usually in non-seasonal months, like when the
Right,
market was usually there's no events or something like that. So at
right.
that times, obviously the prices are low. So we used to just directly take out it. So never got the chance. So when I was back in India, I was like, my dad always had that. Okay, in the building which we used to stay, like in the house which we used to stay, obviously, it was G+2, and we used to stay on still stay on the first floor. So he never wanted to give the floors, like the ground floor and the second floor, on rent, because
Mhm.
he didn't want to have any, other people interfering
Right,
permanently. Like, if
right,
you're giving someone on rent, then that person stays there at all times, right? He's or The family is there at all times. So didn't want to give. So I thought, this thing is there, Airbnb. Why not, try it out? Because just guests come for 2, 3 days, or maximum. Usually people come for a week. Especially, I'm not talking about there are longer term tenants as well, like a month on Airbnb they come. But usually you take an Airbnb for a couple of days, right?
right.
That's what Airbnb is, and you make a lot more money. And actually, the thing was, we had a lot of surplus furniture in our house as well. So I was like, so I was like, why to keep all this, like, just lying around, and it's getting old. And India ka furniture, lakdi ka and all that, um, uh, it can get bad if it's not being used properly because of moisture, barish, and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, let's utilize this in some way. So I arranged everything in proper apartment kind of style. And then Airbnb at that time in India was not at all working, that much. It was just very little. Nobody in the entire Mehdipatnam, I think it was 5% or 10%, there were homes in Mehdipatnam itself on Airbnb. So that was a good time to get started. It was 2019, yes.
Right.
So, um, and I set it up. I took pictures. You just need to take pictures. You need to post it online. You need to write the details about the place. Uh, and obviously, you need to have Wi-Fi that attracts, obviously, it's required.
Yes.
And basically, just beautifying the place a little bit with the requirements. It is not a hotel. Okay, it is not
Right.
a hotel. It is just a house. It is a normal house where the person is just letting out a room or a small apartment of his place.
Yes.
So obviously now Airbnbs, there are luxurious Airbnbs as well, but
Yes.
what I used to give was a normal, place where when if I'm going to another place, if I'm not looking to spend a lot of money, I just need a place to crash, right?
Yes.
Just stay there, go to Charminar, have fun, go to Golconda Fort, or if I'm coming for an appointment, hospitals or anything, I just need a place where I can come back, relax, sleep, eat, or then leave.
Right.
And that was the thing, that idea I had, and I was charging about, I think, starting was 1,500 rupees for a 1 BHK
Okay.
uh, per night, and you could have 3 to 4 people. So that's 4 people actually. So a budget
Okay.
very affordable at that time, because hotels, if you take for 4 people, it would be, clearly about 5,000, 6,000 rupees for 4 people, because in one room you can take for two. So you have to
Yeah.
take 2 rooms.
Yes.
So at least 4,000, 5,000. So if 1,500, you're getting it in the main areas, that was a pretty good deal. And that's how uh, we got a lot of customers, a lot of clients. And Airbnb is based on reviews.
Right.
So the better reviews you have, the more people will book your place.
Yes.
And that was my goal. And I used to do as much as I could to keep the place in a good shape and provide the best service. But sometimes people, they expect that they are paying money, they should get service like a hotel.
Okay.
So, you need to understand that the people who use Airbnb, some
Right.
people who don't know about it, they need to understand that these are people that they have their own lives. They are just letting out a place of their house. They're not there 24/7 for your service like a hotel, right?
True.
There is no lobby, there is nothing like that. You're getting that place for a affordable price
Right.
because of these things, right? If you need really good service and stuff, this place, Airbnb, is not it's not the place. You're at the wrong
Yes.
place. You should go to a hotel, 3 star, 4 star, or 5 star hotel, right? If you need 24/7 immediate call, the
Housekeeper
bellboy should
comes
be
in.
there, or housekeeper should be there immediately. Because obviously, when your guest, sorry, when your guest calls you up, obviously you want to solve the problem immediately, because
True.
you obviously have the end result in mind, that if I do not provide this service, and if it's a serious issue, then obviously my rating will get affected. Obviously, after the stay, this guy will rate me lower, and my future bookings, they might get
Right.
a hit. So you don't want to have
Yes.
that. Obviously, as a host, I'll do as much as I can. But if I'm away, if I'm outside, and so it won't be like a hotel. That's what I want you to understand, and others, my viewers, need to
Absolutely.
understand that it's never gonna be like a hotel. If Because you're not even paying like a premium like a hotel over there, right?
Right.
Specifically in the place which I'm talking about. So nowadays there are luxurious Airbnbs which provide 24/7. They keep a watchman or a service guy who's there.
Right.
That is a different thing. But at that time, 2019, it was just starting up, and that was the thing. And even in the US and Canada here, the host is not there 24/7 helping you, right?
No.
They also have their own lives. They do it as much as they can. They run it, but you have to understand that uh, it is not a hotel at the end of
Y-
the day.
Right. It'll take some time to get resolved, basically. That's the point one should
Yes,
understand.
yes. Uh, I think the it is understandable when you are spending money, you think that I need to get it done immediately. Your
Mm,
mind doesn't work that way, because I think that is the thinking of each human being. It cannot be someone middle class or upper middle. Anybody will be like, I'm paying कम से कम भी दे रहा हूँगा लेकिन मैं दे रहा हूँ मेरे को immediate होना, but that doesn't work. If you're paying a premium, obviously you can, no question, you will expect that. But if you're not
yes.
paying a premium, so that understanding needs to be there. And I used to make them understand that, if if this is not suitable for you, you can go ahead to a hotel, because
Right.
this is Airbnb. You can read it on I mean on Google or any place, that this is a we are providing or we are letting out a part of our house.
Right.
So and I'm working 200% to get you what you're looking for, but it may
Yes.
take some time. It cannot be done instantly.
Right.
I don't have a person 24/7 doing that. It is me, and I'm working full time as well.
Mm,
So I have to arrange someone or I have to come back home to get it done. So
right.
yeah, these were like I think 10-15% of the guests.
Right.
But
Right.
80 to 90% of the guests enjoyed the stays, because they were really thankful that they were getting a place at this uh, price, and a good neat place, and at this location, the center of the
Yeah.
city.
Location, I remember
Yeah,
one of your guests whom you introduced me with appreciating the location because it's like quiet neighborhood, and he was a Muslim, so the masjid was nearby, a Muslim neighborhood. So definitely, and
all right.
apart from that, the proximity to other things around the city.
Absolutely. Because see, from Mehdipatnam, Banjara Hills is nearby. High Tech City is nearby. It's almost the
Right.
same distance. And it was not about any particular community. I
Yes.
had
Yes.
people coming out, from all communities,
Right. Right.
and everybody enjoyed. And you can see my reviews as well on Airbnb. Everybody, as I mentioned, 90% of them had a good time, and they fulfilled their visits at whatever they were there in Hyderabad for. They
Right.
used to get that job done, and many of them were repeat customers. They used to come directly sometimes to me saying that we have already stayed with you through Airbnb, because once you stay through Airbnb and you stay a couple of times, that trust builds up that this guy is
Right.
good and it's fine there. So you can even take those bookings directly as well.
Yeah.
So that was really helpful. Sometimes people came directly. So once the person comes directly, you give them a good discount because there's no cut for Airbnb because they're coming
Yes.
directly.
Right.
So it's beneficial for both as well. So that is there. And at that time, there was no uh, specific compliance things that you had to get a permission or stuff like that for running Airbnbs, because it was just a part
Right.
of the house. But then I heard that there is, they have started some kind of, you have to inform the state government, or there is a board that they have made for short-term rentals
Right.
in India. So yeah, those were early days and those were really good days. Now it is
Right.
now that market has become very competitive.
Yes. Yes.
And
True.
but still, if you're running the place well and you're getting good reviews, clients are there because as I mentioned, everybody is looking for budget places and everybody is looking to have value at low prices. So
Right.
yeah, there is a good opportunity uh,
Yes.
even now.
True. For me, the only drawback, not, I mean, I haven't really tried it, but definitely try करने का पता चलता कि old city होने की वजह से I'm not really sure how well it will work. if it does.
Mhm.
That is the
It will.
only.
I think people who are looking to come to see the heritage of Hyderabad, like
Uh-huh.
the specific old city of Hyderabad, I think they will be very interested living near to Charminar,
Yeah.
Falaknuma Palace, and what is that? Khilwat, and what all
Uh-huh.
stuff is there?
Tillit Palace. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Chaumella Palace.
Yeah, Chau Mahalla Palace, and all that stuff. Because there are usually you see foreigners very interested in this kind of historic
Yes.
places and heritage places. So if you need to just and you are an architect, an interior designer, what more do you need? So you need to design and put aesthetic pictures of your place. It
Right.
doesn't matter which gully or which corner your house is.
Uh-huh.
Inside, it should look like it should have very good, things that can
Atmosphere.
accommodate people who are coming from abroad as well. That's the only thing that is, and how once they enter your house, they should feel that, they're at a really good place. I understand outside you cannot do it on your own roads and stuff, everything. That
Right.
is something else. But once they enter your place, from there your pictures should start. You make it really, and in India, you go to Begum Bazaar, you get a lot of stuff by which you can, yeah, very cheap stuff, very affordable stuff. You can beautify the entire place.
Right.
So you can do it. I would say you should give it a try and post it on Airbnb rather than die wondering.
No, no, no. Of course, I am sort of a.
Many dreams die wondering. So कि ये हुआ तो क्या हो सकता, तो आपको पोस्ट करना पड़ेगा जैसा अपन स्टार्ट करेंगे. you
Right,
know
right.
we don't know how this is gonna go or end up,
Yeah.
but we're just trying. Let's see what happens. Let's discuss our thing and see where it goes. So instead of just wonder, okay, we could do it. So yeah, I think,
Absolutely.
and especially you are an interior designer. Now what more do you need? You don't need to hire anybody else. Well, you just need to get stuff done. So I would say you need to give it, and you need to show what things are close by.
Right.
Those are very important things, especially looking at Hyderabad. The heritage, most of the heritage of Hyderabad is in the old city,
Yes, yes.
right?
Yeah.
So, and as you remember, I don't know if you know that Airbnb has an option of experiences as well. Airbnb Experiences.
Uh-huh.
I don't think you have heard of it. So I used to do that as well.
Okay.
And that was really good, and that was like much better than the other the rentals,
Okay.
because that is something that you take people to places,
Uh-huh.
because you are a local, you know
Yes, yes.
about all locally everything. So I used to take them. I had a shopping at Laad Bazaar kind of thing experience.
Uh-huh. Okay.
So
Nice.
I used to pick them up from one specific point. I used to tell them where, and from there we used to go to the stores, specific stores. In there,
Okay.
which to that stores also you can speak to those stores, and
Mm-hmm.
you can say, "I'll get you customers, and you will get some percentage on the sale as well."
Okay.
So you take them to bangles, or you take them to pearl shopping. You take them the main things, the main attractions of Hyderabad. You don't
Right.
take them all the way everywhere. Hyderabad is known for pearls. Hyderabad Laad Bazaar is known for bangles.
Yes.
And because my father's side, everybody is in the old city, so I know the shops and stuff. So I had a good understanding with those shops, and I used to take them there. Then I used to take them to Charminar. I had a uh, tourist guide who I had hired. So he would be there, and he would tell the entire history. I wouldn't need to memorize the thing. I would keep him along, and he would tell the entire history, because we have a very deep and diverse history. So it is very difficult to remember everything. So, but the tourist guides, they have done it hundreds of times, so they
Yes.
know it by heart. They tell each and every intricate of Charminar and what had happened earlier. So the people who used to come also, they were interested, even if they were locals or foreigners were coming from abroad, they were really interested to understand about Charminar, uh, about its history. So it was really interesting to meet new people as well, and
सही
show them around. And they after the Charminar tour, we used to go to Makkah Masjid. Makkah Masjid, it tell its history, and then finally, I used to take them to Shadab for the famous mutton biryani, and because they should get a taste of Hyderabad as well.
true.
So we used to have mutton biryani 65, and then after that, directly after eating, I used to take them right by walking to right opposite the High Court. There are a lot of shops of
Yes.
jalebi and all the sweets.
Right.
So then we used to have that, and then that is the end of the tour.
Okay,
So,
nice.
and through Airbnb, it was, I think I started, it was about 5,000 rupees per person. In that, everything is included. They don't have, once they arrive, you don't have to pay anything. And if if it was 5,000, then Airbnb used to charge 20%.
Okay.
So, uh, take about 4,000 you are taking.
Right.
So I never used to take it one person. I at least I had kept a minimum that, at least two or more.
Right. Right.
So then it could work out, right? If you're
Yes.
just 4,000, then it doesn't make sense. It's okay, even if for one person, it's okay, you will be spending about 1,500, 2,500 you get.
Right.
But
Right.
it's better if you have a bigger group.
True.
So that was really good. And I had a lot of, tours,
Nice.
like, and not tours in the sense number of tours. I meant, you know, tours listed,
Right. Right.
like Golconda tour, like, Chowmahalla tour,
Nice.
Salarjung Museum tour. So those were a couple of things. But this is not something stable or something you will get unlimited number of people coming in.
Yeah. Yeah.
It is something, whenever it comes, it's a bonus. Just do it. Just meet new people. You
Say.
get to know, you make friends with new people. So it was something I really liked
Okay.
doing, and meeting new tourist guides, understanding how their business is, how they work around. So
Okay.
yeah, those were the things. So Airbnb is not it is not very small. It is really big. They provide a lot of services, as I mentioned.
Right.
It is Airbnb rentals are there, and Airbnb experiences are also there.
Right.
But these are things which any individual person can do it if they are
Yes.
interested.
Say.
They can do that. So the Airbnb years were really good in India, and you should, I think, you should do it, because you're underestimating the place by saying that the location is not nice.
No. No. Say.
It could, it's, as I mentioned, people who are interested in history will definitely like that location, because it's very near to these cultural hotspots.
Right.
And you should, AI is already there. You need to uh, name it really well,
Yes.
the heading and the title, and that makes a lot of difference.
Right.
So yeah, go for it.
Inshallah, I will certainly. I will go for it for sure.
And you can take my assistance whenever required. I'll
Abs-
give my
No,
inputs.
absolutely, I will. I will. Once I have the base set up, most certainly I will share
Absolutely.
expertise with you.
So, definitely. And actually, looking at me, like how I was doing and stuff, the entire colony, like where in my area, people were really interested. There were a lot of local people. They used to say, we need it for weddings and stuff like that, and they used
Ah,
to take it directly.
yes, yes.
The neighbors and stuff, and they used to be like, some people obviously they envy that हम घर किराए पे दे रहे महीने को 8,000 10,000 आ रहा है दिन के 10,000 15,000 ले ले रहे when you are giving मतलब कुछ इवेंट के लिए दे रहे हैं 50-100 लोगों को, तो भाई 10-15 हज़ार ही लेंगे ना,
सही है।
बिकॉज पानी प्रोवाइड करना है, वाटर, अनलिमिटेड water supply and all that stuff,
Yes, yes.
electricity. So people don't look behind that. People are,
Yeah.
okay, he's making 10,000 in one day. He's not making. He has a lot of expenditures behind it as well. You won't get the
Absolutely.
entire 10,000. But people understand. People think that they are giving an empty place. They are getting only 12,000, 15,000 per month. And this guy, if even if we are giving to a small family 1 BHK, he's getting 1,500 to 2,000 per month. Oh, this guy, and you're not getting even 100% occupancy, right?
Yeah, yes,
You'll not get 100% occupancy.
You won't.
You should be happy if we are getting at least 30% occupancy,
True, yes.
right? 30%, 40%, and if you have very good reviews and very good, then you can expect 50 to 60% occupancy,
Yes.
right? Because there's a lot of competition.
Yeah.
But yeah, so there were people who were envy, obviously, but there were people who wanted to learn and wanted to understand how they can incorporate that in their own things as well. And I helped a lot of people in my community, in my locality itself. They were just opposite to my place. There was my younger neighbor. He learned from me and he started up his own Airbnb at his place. So and two more guys, they also learned and set up their Airbnbs, and I helped them set it up and how to take pictures and all that. So yeah, it is there, in every place. Once you're trying to do well, somebody or the other will get inspired, but somebody will be, they'll be like, why he is doing like this? So there are both kind of people everywhere.
True.
Uh, yeah, so I'm really open to supporting people who want to learn and who want to do the same thing. Very good. You do the same thing. You also put some effort and you learn. That's not an issue.
Right.
But don't try to pull others who want to,
Ah,
do something and go up. Right?
exactly.
That's really bad. And I think we have a lot of that in our society, or
Unfortunately,
even
yes.
human nature. I guess that is there. But we need to go above and beyond of that.
True. Absolutely.
So
So,
I think we should wrap it up. What do you say?
yes, yes. Thank you very much for the advice and for the motivation. Inshallah, I will for sure
Alright.
set it up.
चलो सही है फिर. I'll see you
Okay.
next
All right.
tomorrow. Inshallah.
Okay.
Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz. If you liked our discussion, make sure to like, share, and subscribe, and follow us on Instagram.